Myself Asma Kausar, lecturer in Mechanical Engineering, GPT Warangal. So today our topic is problems and design of shafts on the basis of strength. So in previous class we discussed about a design of solid shaft and hollow shaft on basis of strength when shafts are subjected to twisting moment or torque only. So when shafts purely transmitting power from one place to another place without any external parts or with negligible weights. So then it has only twisting moment and torque. Twisting moment or torque. For solid shaft, the torque equal to pi d cube by 16 into tau. So this is here T is the torque, tau is shear stress. Here torque is in Newton mm and tau is shear stress, that is in Newton per mm square, and D is in mm. So this is the formula for torque for solid shaft. For hollow shaft, torque equal to pi by 16 into tau into dO cube into 1 minus k power 4. So this is for the hollow shaft. So where it has inner diameter and outer diameter, k value is di by do. So this is the formula for the hollow shaft. And next, so we were discussed about the shaft are subjected to bending moment only. So means it doesn't transmit any power, it has only rotating parts. So that's why it has only a bending moment. So for this, for solid shaft, bending moment equal to pi by 32 into sigma b into d cube. So here m is moment of inertia, bending moment, m is bending moment, and sigma b is bending stress, and d is the diameter of the shaft. From this you can find the diameter of the shaft. Here m is bending moment, that is in Newton mm, and sigma b is Newton per mm square, and d will be in the mm only. For hollow shaft, so bending moment equal to pi by 32 sigma b do cube into 1 minus k power 4. So do is the outer diameter, k is di by do. So whereas k is di by do. So next important one is power transmitted by the shaft. Here power equal to 2 pi nt by 60. So power equal to torque into angular displacement. Torque into angular displacement is 2 pi n by 60. So here T is the twisting moment, that is in Newton meter, and n is speed of the shaft, that is in RPM. So where power is in watts, torque will be in Newton meter. So and n is RPM, and is in revolutions per minute. The same material of both shafts. So to replace solid shaft with the hollow shaft with same material, then the formula will be do cube into 1 minus k power 4 equal to d cube. So next, if power transmitted by belt drives, then torque will be, twisting moment is given by torque equal to T1 minus T2 into R. So where T1 and T2 are tensions on the tight side and slack side of the belt respectively. T1 is tension at the tight side and T2 is tension on the slack side. Whereas radius is the radius of pulley for the. So in this chapter, we are going to learn about design. We are going to learn design the solid and hollow shafts on the basis of strength by solving problems. So here you need to remember torque and torque equation. So you need to remember the torque equation for solid shaft and hollow shaft. So bending equations and power. So now we'll move on to the problems. The problem here is a solid shaft is required to transmit a torque of 15 kilonewton meter. So here torque value is 15 kilonewton meter. Find the necessary diameter of the shaft if the allowable shear stress is 60 Newton per mm square. Torque is given. So torque equal to 15 kilonewton meter. So shear stress is given, that is 60 Newton per mm square. So here torque formula is pi by 16 into tau into dq. So here torque is given in 15 kilonewton meter. So torque is given in 15 kilonewton meter. So it has to convert it into Newton mm. So that is 15 into 10 cube into 10 cube. So and shear stress 60. So D equal to cube root of 16T by pi into shear stress. Then you'll get the diameter as 108 into 4 mm. So if you solve the problem, you'll get the diameter as 108.4 mm. So next we have a solid shaft transmits 15 kilowatt power at 8 RPS. RPS means revolutions per second. The permissible shear stress of the shaft material is 40 Newton per mm square. So here you need to determine its diameter. Here power is given as so here a solid shaft transmits 40 kilowatt power at 8 RPS. The permissible shear stress of the shaft material is 40 Newton per mm square. Determine its diameter. So when you come to the solution, power is given as 40 kilowatts. So nothing but 40 into 10 cube watts. And speed is given in 8 RPS. So it has to be converted into RPM. So to convert it into RPM, we need to multiply with 60. So then it is 480 RPM. So next shear stress, that is 40 Newton per mm square. So here what we have is, first what you need to find is, so you need to find the torque, then you need to find it in torque formula, then you'll get the diameter. So here we know the value of power, that is 40 kilowatts, and we know the speed, that is 480 RPM. So the unknown factor is torque. So to find torque T equal to 60 into P value is 40 into 10 cube by 2 pi into RPM is 480. So when you substitute these values into the formula, so you'll get the torque value. So torque value here it is 795.77 Newton meter. So to substitute in the torque formula, it has to be in the Newton mm. So that's why it is converted into Newton mm when it is multiplied with 10 cube. So then it is converted into Newton mm. So here torque equal to pi by 16 into tau into dq. So when you substitute the value of torque and shear stress into the formula, you'll get the diameter of the shaft. So here important one is in the problem, power is in kilowatts, given in kilowatts. You need to convert this kilowatts per into watts. Nothing but you need to multiply it with 10 cube. So then it converted into watts. Next important one is speed is given in RPM, RPS, but we want it in RPM. So that's why we need to multiply with the 60 so that you'll get speed in RPM. So shear stress is given in Newton mm square, Newton per mm square. So here, and next important one is when the power is in watts, torque will be in Newton meter. So to substitute the value in torque formula, so you need to convert this Newton meter into Newton mm. So after substituting this torque value in the formula and shear stress value in the formula, so D equal to cube root of 16T by pi into shear stress. So by substituting the values of torque and shear stress, you'll get the diameter of the shaft, that is 46.6 mm here. So diameter of the shaft here it is what? 46.6 mm. In this way you can solve any problem if they give RPM, power and RPM. So by giving the value of power, RPM and shear stress, you can find the diameter in this way. So next problem is find the diameter of a solid steel shaft to transmit till 20 kilowatt at 200 RPM. So and ultimate shear stress for steel may be taken as 360 megapascal and a factor of safety as 8. In this formula, what you need to find is you need to find the diameter of a solid steel shaft. So here what is given data? Given data, power is given, that is 20 kilowatts. Nothing but you need to convert into watts, that is 20 into 10 cube, and RPM is given. And here there is they didn't give direct allowable shear stress. They given as ultimate shear stress and factor of safety. So here you need to find allowable shear stress. And the extension of the problem is, if a hollow shaft is to be used in place of the solid shaft, find the inside and outside diameters of the inside and outside diameters. When the ratio of inside and outside diameters is 0.5, what will be the percentage of material saving if the solid shaft is replaced by hollow shaft? So here hollow shaft, you need to find hollow shaft diameters if it is replaced with the solid shaft. Here K value is given, that is di by do equal to 0.5, and we need to find percentage of material saving also. So as I said, the value of power is given, that is 20 kilowatts, and speed is given 200 rpm, and ultimate shear stress is given. You need to find megapascal is given. Megapascal is Newton per meter square. Here you need to convert this megapascal into Newton per mm square. So mega is 10 to the power 6. Here meters is converted into mm, then it has 10 to the power 6. Both get cancelled, you will get 360 Newton per mm square. Here ultimate shear stress is given. So factor of safety is given as 8. So K value is di by do equal to 0.5. So to find the allowable shear stress, what we need to do is allowable shear stress equal to ultimate shear stress by factor of safety. So that is 360 by 8. You will get 45 Newton per mm square as allowable shear stress. So next, finding the diameter of solid shaft. So power is given, speed is given, and shear stress is given. By these three, we can find diameter of the shaft like previous problem. So first you need to find the torque, that is 60 into P by 2 pi n. The P value is 20 into 10 cube into 60 by 2 pi n is directly given in RPM. So you can substitute directly, you will get the torque value as 955 Newton meter. But to substitute in this formula, torque formula, you need to convert this into Newton mm. So that's why it is into 10 cube we have done. Into 10 cube we have to take. So next is to get the diameter of the solid shaft, what we need to do is, so you need to substitute this torque value in the torque formula, that is torque equal to pi by 16 into tau into d cube. So here torque value is 955 into 10 cube and equal to pi by 16 into shear stress is allowable shear stress. We find it out, that is 45 Newton per mm square. And from this you can find the diameter, that is 47.6 mm. So next one is, so here you need to find the diameters of the hollow shaft. With the same problem. So here torque value is 955 into 10 cube equal to pi by 60 into, so into tau into do cube into 1 minus k power 4. So here we know the value of torque, shear stress. We don't know the value of outer diameter, but we know the value of K. So by this you can find the diameter, outer diameter. So outer diameter is 40. By substituting the value of shear stress and torque, we'll get the outer diameter, and inner diameter is 0.5 into do. Then we'll get the inner diameter. Why? Because K equal to di by do. K value is 0.5. So we don't know the value of di. So di equal to 0.5 into do, that is 25 mm. 50, 25 mm. So percentage of saving in material. So when you replace with the solid shaft with hollow shaft, we can save lot of material. So that's why we used to replace solid shaft with hollow shaft. So for replacing, if it has same material and same length, then weights are proportional to their cross-sectional area. So weights of the shaft must and should be proportional to cross-sectional area. So then percentage of saving in material equal to solid shaft diameter d square minus do square minus di square by d square. So d value is 50 minus, so outer diameter 50 square minus inner diameter 25 square by 50 square. So you'll get the percentage of saving is 25%. So this is the problem. So here first you need to convert the power into watts, that is 10 cube. The RPM is given in speed is given in RPM. So you need, and here the shear stress is given in ultimate. So you need to convert into allowable shear stress. Allowable, to convert allowable shear stress, that is ultimate shear stress by factor of safety, you will get the allowable shear stress. So by knowing these three values, you can find that first you find torque by using power and RPM. Then you can find the diameter using torque and shear stress. In the same way, for hollow shaft is also same way. The value of K is given, that is the ratio between inner and outer diameter is 0.5. From that you will find DO and DI. Here the special thing is percentage of saving material. So percentage of saving material can be get by solid shaft diameter square minus hollow shaft outer diameter square minus hollow shaft inner diameter square by solid shaft diameter square. So you'll get the percentage. So this is what the problem. So next problem is, it is on the bending moment. So first three problems are on the torsional equation, torque, and second one, this problem is on the bending moment. So when coming to the pure bending moment, the shaft doesn't transmit any power, but it consists of rotating parts. So a pair of wheels of a railway wagon carries a load of 50 kilonewton on each axle box, acting at a distance of 100 mm outside the wheelbase. The gauge of the rails is 1.5 meters. Find the diameter of the axle between the wheels if the stress is not to exceed 100 megapascal. So here there is a railway wagon. So it has pair of wheels. So which is nothing but it is like an axle which consists of two wheels. So each wheel weighs 15 on each axle box. So that 50 is at some distance from the axle. So this is what the solution. So it is a axle. It has two wheels and it carries a load of 50 kilonewton at a distance of 100 mm from the wheels, both sides. And the gauge means the distance between two wheels. Center of the wheels is 1.4 meters. So here what you need to do is you need to find the bending moment, maximum bending moment we need to find. From that you need to find the diameter of the wheel. Diameter of the axle you can find. So you need to solve this beam equation. So here it is like a simply supported beam. It has a reactions at the wheels, that is RC and overhanging beam. This is like overhanging beam. It has A, we'll divide it into A, B, C, D. So at A it has a load of 50 kilonewtons, B it has a load of 50 kilonewtons, and there is a reaction at C and D, that is RC and RD. So first you need to find the RC and RD. So it is exactly same at the reaction is equal to the load, that is 50 kilonewtons. Here also reaction is 50 kilonewtons. Weight is 50 kilonewtons. L outside the wheel base to the load is 100 mm. Sigma B is 100 megapascal. And taking the moments about A, bending moment at C equal to, taking the moments from A, so bending moment at C equal to 50 kilonewtons into the distance between these two. So that is 50 into 10 cube into 100, that is by 50 into 10 to the power 6 Newton mm. So bending moment at C is 50 into 10 to the power 6 mm. So bending moment at D is when we are taking the moments from A. So here, so there is a positive and negative. When the load applies at top, it will be positive. So from downside, it is negative. So now here, bending moment at D is 50 kilonewtons into 1400, 100 plus 1400 mm. So 50 into 10 cube into 1400 plus 100 minus 50 into 10 cube into 1400. The distance from here to here is 1400. Then bending moment at D is 50 into 10 to the power of 6 Newton mm. So at the same way, bending moment at A and B is 0. The maximum bending moments acts on the wheel at C and D. So therefore, the maximum bending moment M equal to 50 into 10 to the power of 6 Newton mm. And here, what we need to find is, we need to find the diameter of the axle. So D equal to, you need to find. So bending moment M equal to pi by 32 into sigma B into dq. Here we need to take maximum bending moment M equal to, so maximum moment will be at C and D, that is 50 into 10 to the power of 6 Newton mm. So it is 50 into 10 to the power of 6 Newton mm. Pi by 32 into bending stress is 100 mm, 100 Newton per mm square. So D, we need to find D value. D equal to, so by applying these two in this formula, we get the D value as 79.8, that is 80 mm. So here, what we should know is, we should know the maximum bending moment. To find the maximum moment, we need to take the moments at about A. So you need to solve this beam. So it is like a overhanging beam. So you need to find the maximum bending moment. So at A and B it is 0 because there is no length. So moment is distance into weight will be the moment. So there is no distance at A and B. So that's why it will be 0. So at C and D you can find. So by solving these two, you'll get the maximum bending moment at C and D, that is 15 to 10 to the power of 6. So when you know the maximum bending moment, you just need to apply in this formula, you'll get the value of D. So maximum, so twisting moment, main important formula is twisting moment. So torque equal to pi by 16 into tau into dq will be the important formula. So the frequently asked questions are: a solid shaft a solid shaft is required to transmit a torque of 18 kilonewton meter. Find the necessary diameter of the shaft if the allowable shear stress is 120 Newton per mm square. This will be asked for 3 marks questions. So here we already solved on this problem, same problem. So that is torque is given. So here the direct torque is given in kilonewton meter. So this has to be converted into Newton mm, and shear stress is given. So directly we can apply in the formula torque equal to pi by 16 into tau into dq. So in that you can find the D value. So next to frequently asked question is: a hollow shaft transmits 600 kilowatt at 500 rpm. The maximum shear stress is 62.4 Newton per mm square. Find the outside diameter and inside diameter of the shaft if the outer diameter is twice the inner diameter. So nothing but K value is 0.5, assuming that maximum torque is 20% greater than the mean torque. So first what you need to find is, so here the power value is given, that is 600 kilowatts, and RPM is given, speed is given. So from this you need to find the torque. So this is the mean torque. You need to find the maximum torque. Maximum torque is 20% greater than the mean torque. Means, so here it is 1.2 into what we find here, the torque, mean torque. So maximum torque is 1.2 times the mean torque. So when you multiply with 1.2, you'll get the maximum torque. So after getting the maximum torque, you can find the diameters, inner and outer diameters. Because the shear stress value is given, you get the maximum torque. You can already K value is given as 0.5. Then when you substitute all the values in the formula, you'll get the DO and DA. So next problem is on the bending moment. So bending moment, an axle is supported on two end journals and carries a load of 50 kilonewton at a point 1.2 meter from one journal and 0.9 meter from the other. Determine the maximum diameter of axle if the stress is always 63 megapascal. So it is like earlier problem. So it is also having it is also like overhanging beam. The distance between two journals is 1.2 meters and it carries a load of 50 kilonewtons from the journal that is 0.9 meters from each journal. So here what you need to find is, you need to find the maximum bending moment. After finding the maximum bending moment, substitute in the formula. Here shear bending stress is already given. So that is 63 megapascal. Megapascal is nothing but, mega is 10 cube, 10 to the power of 6, and Pascal is Newton per meter square. Meter square should be converted into mm square. So that is 10 to the power of 6. Both get cancelled. You will get 63 Newton per mm square. So this is, in that way you can find the diameter. So here what we find it is, first of all, so problems, we just go solve some problems on the design of shaft based on the strength. So here we have taken torque and bending moment separately. So next, in next class, we are going to see bending moment and torque combined, and also the with axial forces also. Here we just gone through in separate, if it has pure torque, and next if it has pure bending moment. So these are some of the problems on the on those formulas. So in the next class we'll see other problems.